Hi guys, this is CK from CK Education, and today I want to share with you a story of one of my students. His name is Neil. He was a very balanced student. He's very tall as well. He's like 6'3". This kid was really big, but such a great kid. And we had many conversations. One thing I really remember about Neil was that he always had the big picture in mind. It wasn't just about getting a great SAT score, although he did very well and doing well in school. It was for a bigger thing. It was for preparing for his career, and he wanted to know. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He knew what kind of career path. He had an entrepreneurial sort of mindset as well. Very business minded, but just a great personality. One of the most mature kids that I've taught. And tell you the truth, a lot of the guy students are, I think, less mature than a lot of my female students, but this guy was an exception. Neil was very mature, just a great kid, but he was very balanced. I'm looking at my notes here. He started out at around 660 in both math and the reading and writing, so for a total score of about 1320. So he started out pretty strong, but a lot of room for improvement, especially with the goals that he had. He just wanted a much higher score. So anyway, his goal was to get over 1500. And like I tell all my students, look, if you work really hard and you master the things that I teach you, and you don't stray by using prep books and doing other things like that, and if you really master what I teach you, you'll see significant improvements in your score, okay, every time. So anyway, he started out, and because he was very equal, we just picked one section to start with, and I don't remember if it was grammar or math or reading, but we quickly started going over all three sections, and then he got into the testing phase. So he ended up in math, on a real test in math, he got a 790, and then in reading and writing he got a 730. So he got a 130 point increase in math and a 70 point increase in reading and writing. Remember, his total score was about 1320. He ended up getting a 1520. So he got exactly a 200 point increase, which was fantastic. And what makes it more impressive for Neil was I had him for 20 classes. That comes out to 30 hours. So with only 30 hours of class time, he was able to get a 1520 and raise his score by 200 points. He had a great GPA. I don't think he's gotten a B in his life. He got straight A's all the way through. I remember, I know his family a little bit, and his younger brother was also a student of mine, but just wonderful family, great parents, and just a wonderful kid. He did really well on his SAT subject tests, and he took plenty of APs as well. But anyway, this Neil's a great example of, I always have students like this who are very balanced. A lot of students are really good at math, not very good at reading and writing, or really good at reading and writing, but really bad at math. But some students like Neil, they're very balanced. He was pretty even, in both sections. But the more important thing is, Neil's a smart kid, but it's not because people are smarter that they do well, that they do better on the SAT. And this is a misconception. Everybody, oh yeah, he's so smart or she's so smart. All of us are pretty smart. I really believe that. I've taught over almost 1,000 students personally in the last 10 years or so. I've literally sat and taught over 20,000 hours of personal one-on-one teaching. And I can tell you, and I've taught girls, boys, and students from all different ethnic backgrounds. And it's not the IQ. Sure, some kids get things quicker than others, and that's sure, that's an undeniable fact. Some kids, it takes 3 times to get something, while others on the first shot they get it. And you have those kids. But it's not the IQ, it's not the intelligence, it's not the innate natural, it's more determination. And I'm going to share a story later on in another video of another student who got one of the highest scores, not one of them. She got the highest score ever among all my students. she missed one. She missed one on the entire test, and I'm going to talk about her in a different video. But I can assure you, she wasn't any smarter than Neil, for example, or many of my other students. Look, I always say to my students that if you have above average intelligence, or even average intelligence, which is pretty much all of us, including myself. I consider myself of average intelligence. And if you have average intelligence, you can have above average results if you outwork people. But it's not just outworking people, it's you have to work on the right things. It's very possible that you are working very hard, but you're working on the wrong things. You're doing the wrong steps. You're learning the wrong, I don't want to say wrong things, but you're not learning the things that will get you there. So I see a lot of people work very, very hard on the wrong things, on the things that don't really get them there, but they spend a lot of time, energy, money, but they don't get the results. And so as long as you're learning the right things and you work very hard, it's very possible for average people to have above average and extraordinary results. And so in other videos, I'll share more stories about these kinds of things. But I really feel like Neil was one of those kids. Yes, he was balanced. He had a great work ethic. He had a great mindset. He was very determined. He was very, hardworking, very positive, very goal-oriented. He has so many great attributes. But look, some kids don't, some kids do. But I enjoy teaching all of my students, and my aim and my goal has always been, it doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what you've done, doesn't matter where you start out. As long as you're willing, I'm willing to help you and I'll work with you. So, but anyway, just wanted to share this story of Neil. Did a wonderful job, and I look forward to the next video. Again, if you're interested in becoming one of my students, the best thing is go to my website, ckeducation.org, and fill out the SAT prep application form. I can't take every student who wants to become a student, but I do my very best to try to accommodate you. So the best thing is go there, fill out the SAT prep application form, and please, in the comment section of that form, if you could write a little thing about why you think you would be a great fit to become one of my students. I promise you that I will read it personally and I will reply to you personally. I don't have some bot do it. I don't have someone I hire to send out those things and correspond. You will get a correspondence directly from me, and I teach every student myself. I don't delegate it out to other people. So anyway, I hope to hear from you, and I hope you have a great time until our next video. All right, see you later.